Good day everyone. For today's video, we will talk about climate change. So, what is climate change? How does climate change occur? And how do we mitigate and adapt it? So, as we all know, our Earth has gone through warm and cool phases from the past. And long before humans were around. And forces that contribute to climate change include sun's intensity, volcanic eruption, and changes in naturally occurring greenhouse gas concentrations, record floods, raging storms, deadly heat. Climate change manifests itself in myriad ways, and it's an ultimate equalizer, a challenge faced by every living. So, what is climate change? Climate change is a long-term shift to weather conditions identified by changes in temperature, precipitation, winds, and other indicators. Or, shall we say, climate change is significant variations of average weather conditions. Conditions say becoming wetter, warmer, drier over several decades, and more. So climate change can involve both changes in average conditions and changes in variability. As climate change transforms global ecosystem, it affects everything, from the place we live, from the water we drink, and from the air we breathe. So how does climate change occur? Of course, when human negative activities are still visible, just like burning fossil fuels that releases what we call greenhouse gas into the atmosphere. So this gas trap from the sun's rays inside the atmosphere, causing the Earth's average temperature to rise. So this rise in planet's temperature is called global warming. So when we are experiencing extreme events, just like extreme weather conditions, dirty air, health risk, rising seas, warmer and more acidic oceans, and imperiled ecosystem. So how do people mitigate and adapt climate change? Of course, people mitigate climate change. Mitigate means reducing climate change. It involves reducing the flow of heat, trapping greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, by either reducing the source of these gases, for example, the burning of fossil fuels for electricity, heat, and transport, or enhancing the sinks that accumulate and store these gases, such as oceans, forests, and soil. So, we can mitigate climate change by avoiding significant human interference with climate system and stabilize greenhouse gas levels in a time frame sufficient to allow ecosystem to adapt naturally to climate change, and ensure that the food production is threatened to economic to enable economic development to proceed in a sustainable manner. So how do humans adapt climate change? Human can adapt climate change by reducing their vulnerability to its impact. Actions such as moving to higher ground to avoid rising sea levels, and planting new crops that will thrive under new climate conditions, and using new building technologies represent adaptation strategies. So what we can do for now is to fight against climate change is to inspire others, as simple as talking to your friends and families about the issues, to achieve greener and healthier future. And think about this: if you lose your world, well, I kinda lose my world too.